this YouTube channel could be entirely underwhelming and flop within 2 days. I guess we'll just have to see how that goes. Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So I am so excited to finally be creating this channel, to finally be posting my very first video. Creating a YouTube channel has been something I've been wanting to do for so long. There's just so many aspects of YouTube that I love, and I've just wanted to create content. I've wanted to create things that I enjoy seeing on YouTube and hopefully create things that you guys like to see on YouTube as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into our first video, and that is going to be 10 things you did not know about me. Alright, so the way this game is going to work, I asked my Instagram story a couple weeks ago what are questions that you guys wanted to ask me. So I have them all jumbled up in this bowl right here, my trusty bowl. I did have to filter through a lot of the questions because y'all were asking some rated R stuff. I don't want to get demonetized before I can even get monetized in the first place. Just know that your mom is ashamed of you for those questions that y'all were asking. But anyways, let's go ahead and pick our first question out of here. So, who are my favorite YouTubers right now? Okay, that's a good question. Okay, that's a good question. My favorite YouTubers right now are Ellie Thuman, Bretman Brock, Graveyard Girl, Morgan Adams, Ryland Adams, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star. You know how it is. I also really like, they were the Rhodes Bros, but now it's just Aaron Rhodes. I also really like his channel as well. But yeah, those are my favorite YouTubers right now. I have a really bad habit of hopping on YouTube and like watching one video from one person. I don't really like subscribe to their channel, but I like the overall like vibe, and so then I might watch a couple more. But yeah, those are the main YouTubers that I'm really obsessed with right now. Time for question number 2. Okay, where is your dream vacation? So this might be a little underwhelming, but my dream vacation is Italy. Back when I was in elementary school, I was in kindergarten. Our elementary school used to always do this thing called Olympics. I know a lot of schools did field days and stuff like that, so you may not know what Olympics is. Basically, Olympics was where you would just like be different countries, represent different countries, and you'd just participate in different like activities and stuff like that, and whoever won, that country won or whatever. So in kindergarten, our country was Italy, and we learned a lot about Italy, about the history. We saw a lot of pictures. So ever since then, I really wanted to go to Italy. Throughout my entire life, I've always been, I want to go to Italy.
Yeah, I want to go to Italy.
My freshman year of college, I actually was going to study abroad in Italy, but your boy's broke and can't afford to study abroad. So never was able to do that. But Italy looks nice. I love Italian food. I love pasta. So Italy, I will see you someday. I will be in you someday, Italy. But until then, Italy's my dream vacation. Sorry, you just have a piece of hair sticking out. It's really distracting.
Where? Oh my god! What is that happening? What is that guy called with the hair sticking straight up?
Ugly. That's what that guy's called. Alright, so next question. Drum roll, please. What was it like coming out? Dang, this is a deep question. Okay, what was it like coming out? Well, I am from a very rural, conservative, small city in North Georgia, so coming out wasn't exactly ideal. It wasn't exactly the greatest it could have been, but the way that I look at it is if it weren't for my friends, I don't know what I would have done when I was coming out, because I did not have a single friend say anything negative. Every single friend I had, I'm very fortunate, every single friend I had was very supportive of me. But the way that I like to describe it is I was basically in a glass closet, like everyone could see me, and they're like, Jordan, we see you, we know you're gay, just come on out. And I was in the glass closet like, no, I'm fine. But everyone was like, no, Jordan, like, we see you, it's fine. And I was like, no, like, I'll stay in here. So yeah, I came out when I was 16, and that was a young age for most people, but coming out was really relieving almost, because it was like there's so much more of my personality, there's so much more about who I am that came out with me coming out, because I was able to just express myself better as an individual. And it just really improved my relationships with everyone as well, because then I could be just really honest with who I was, I could be honest with what our relationship was. It just made me a better individual and made me love myself a lot more. Time for question number 4. Trusty bowl. Where do you see yourself in the future? Ooh, okay. Where do I see myself in the future? I definitely see myself not in Georgia. I see myself probably on the West Coast somewhere. I definitely don't see myself being the type of person that's like, LA baby. Like, I'm not that hard committed to LA. I do love Los Angeles, but I don't see myself moving there in the near future. I do see myself probably moving somewhere like Vegas, where my best friend Amelia lives, or I could see myself moving to somewhere like in Arizona, Nevada, California, somewhere there. I'm just not like a diehard like LA, like yes, that's where I'll be. But yeah, probably more on the West Coast. It just feels like a different world on the West Coast. You have different job opportunities, you have better coffee, it's just an overall better experience. Like 10 out of 10 stars. Definitely recommend the West Coast. Time for question number 5. Alright, question number 5. Go-to coffee drink. Okay, so anyone who knows me knows that I live by Dunkin'. I literally have Dunkin' right here. I'm drinking it as I'm recording. Live by Dunkin', so when I'm on the East Coast, my go-to drink is Dunkin'. It's their iced coffee. No matter what season it is, no matter how cold it is outside, whether it's 2 degrees, whether it's 200 degrees, I always have an iced coffee from Dunkin' in my hands. I have an unhealthy addiction to coffee, unhealthy addiction to Dunkin' Donuts specifically. Dunkin', if you're seeing this, you can sponsor me. Got bills to pay, got tuition to pay. But when I'm on the West Coast, my go-to coffee drink is Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros is phenomenal, but there's also this coffee chain that is called Black Rock Coffee, and Black Rock Coffee has some of the best coffee that I think I have ever had. It's just so perfect, so good. Of course, ice drinks from there. Their hot drinks are good too. It's probably the only time you'll see me drinking any hot drinks. Most times I'm holding an iced coffee in my hand because yes, I'm that gay person. But yeah, my go-to coffee drink is just normally just a typical iced coffee with either French vanilla or mocha. Question number 6. It's upside down. What is your type? Men. Next. Alright, next question. So, how do you feel about graduating? Oh my god, I am so excited to graduate. I graduate in December, so December of 2020, I will be graduating from college with my bachelor's in media and entertainment. I'm super excited to just move on, be done with school, put it all behind me. I'm so tired of getting this bread. I am ready for the bread to get me because I am exhausted and I'm tired and exhausted. And did I mention exhausted? I am just exhausted. But anyways, I am super excited for graduation because it cannot come soon enough. So, next question, and I completely lost count. I guess this is question 8. But anyways, so question number 8 of something you wanted to know about me. How on earth do you think pineapple on pizza tastes even remotely okay? Well, if you need to know anything about me, if you take away anything from this video, it's that you need to know that I love pineapple on pizza. I swear by pineapple on pizza. It is so good. The best combination to put on your pizza, pineapple, ham, 10 out of 10, 5 stars, recommend. How do I even remotely, what was the question? Where did that question go? How on earth do you think pineapple on pizza tastes even remotely okay? Well, it tastes fantastic. I don't know what else to tell you. And if you've never tried it, if you don't like it, try it again, like it. I don't know what else to tell you. You're missing out. If you have a low quality life, try pineapple on pizza. That's my advice to you. I hate cold weather. I'd much rather be in hot weather 24/7. That's why I see myself living in the middle of the frickin' desert. I could be one of those cactus out there. Cacti. Whatever plural cactus is. Cacti, I guess. I could be a cactus because I freaking love hot weather. But anyways, next question. I think this is question we have 1 left after this one. This question. How many times a year do you shart? First of all, if you don't know what a shart is, it is when you shit and fart. That is a shart. It's very funny that this question was asked because how many times a year do I shart? More frequently than the average human might. Let let me explain myself before everyone just starts judging me and roasting me and dragging me. How many times a year do I shart? Okay, one, I think I have bowel issues. Leave me alone. It could be because I drink coffee all the time. Could be because I have a legitimate bowel issue. I don't know. Secondly, 9 times out of 10, I end up sharting myself because I trust my body more than I should. Like, I trust that it's just going to be a fart. I push. What is it? It's a 3D action-packed fart is what it is. That's what we call a shart. So how many times a year do I shart myself? A lot. Funny story about sharting though. The very first time I went to Las Vegas to visit my friend Amelia. Amelia, I met her here in Georgia, but she up and moved to Las Vegas a couple years ago. And so now I go to Vegas to visit her all the time. So the very first time I went to go visit her, I had like a 6 a.m. flight, so I literally had like 4 hours of sleep, literally had a concert that I went to the night before. So I only had like 4 hours of sleep, woke up in the morning, drank coffee on my way to the airport. I got to the airport, had another coffee, whatever. I was like, I gotta stay awake. I'm not a morning person at all. Had my flight to Vegas, get to Vegas, drink another coffee. So by this point, we're like 3 coffees in, and then Amelia was like,
oh my god, you need to try Dutch Bros for the first time.
and I was like, yes, because like I've heard so many great things about Dutch Bros, like who wouldn't want to try it? I probably shouldn't have, considering it was my 4th coffee of the day. But I tried Dutch Bros anyways. The day goes on, and again, running on 4 hours of sleep, we had to literally go from like, I landed, we had to go shopping, and then we had the Jimmy Kimmel show later that night that we were going to. And I had like 4 coffees in my system, and then she was like,
let's get burgers.
which was a terrible idea because I don't eat red meat. I haven't eaten red meat in so long, but for some reason I thought burgers were a great idea. I thought she was literally Jesus Christ telling me to eat burgers because we went and got burgers. So next thing you know, we're sitting here just driving around, and I was like,
my stomach's not feeling too great.
but I was like, you know, like it could just be like the coffee that I've had. That could be making my stomach feel upset. I'm not really thinking too much about it. But I thought I had to fart, and I push, and I literally shit myself in Amelia's car. And if you've never shit yourself, let me tell you, 1, it's not fun. But 2, there's nothing more embarrassing than looking at your friend and saying,
Hey, I just shit myself.
because Amelia goes,
No, you didn't. You're kidding.
and I said,
I wish I was, but I really just shit myself.
so she literally pulled over in the middle of this like random ass Chinatown in Vegas, made me run into some random bakery. I had to, you know what, I'll just spare the details for another time. So how many times a year do I shart myself? Too many. So this is our last question. Good old trusty ball's empty. Something fell out of that ball. Last question. Do I feel like I belong in Georgia? So for the most part, I would say I don't belong in Georgia just because I feel like I don't really fit in. I feel like I'm just like a rainbow standing out in a cloud of blackness. A lot of the times, I feel like a lot of things I do draw attention to myself when I'm not even trying to draw attention to myself. When I'm closer to Atlanta, I definitely feel like I do belong in Georgia because there's so much more diversity. There's a much larger LGBTQ population. There's just so much more to do in Atlanta than where I actually live. So that would be the only way that I would see myself staying in Georgia. Long answer short, no, I don't feel like I belong in Georgia. I really ultimately plan on seeing myself on the West Coast sometime in the near future. Like I said already, hopefully after graduation I might end up on the West Coast, but I guess we'll just have to see. So that is all the questions that you guys wanted to ask me. Hopefully my answers were insightful enough for you guys. Maybe I shared a little bit too much, and I literally shit myself in Amelia's car. Thank you guys so much for watching my very first video. I am super excited for this YouTube journey. I hope y'all will join me and tag along in this journey as we continue down this YouTube path of emotions and laughter and excitement and all that good stuff, because I'm sure there's more to come. I'm already about to start filming my next video. It's super exciting. You guys will probably be seeing that one soon as well. But yeah, if y'all want to follow me on my other social media, my Instagram is @itsjordanstewart. My Snapchat is @JorgeTheTaco120. Don't ask about the username. We'll talk about it another time. And my TikTok is @itsjordanstewart as well if y'all want to follow me there, because I do post some crackhead videos. But again, thank you guys so much for watching my very first YouTube video. I am super excited. Thank you guys so much for all the support and for sticking with me while I've been teasing it and all that good stuff. It looks like that's all for the first video. So peace out, guys and gals.